Of his powers, it genuinely looked like he might win all of them one year.
Game on.
But it has been some time since MVG tasted success on the European circuit. It is 2019 that he last won one of these. He came up dry in 2020 and again last year. With a full calendar,
96.
you would expect MVG to get back to winning ways at some point. But he is not the force he was. Do you expect him to win one of these this
100.
year, Mark Webster?
I think he will. On the sole basis, he's playing well in patches, but he will not dominate the European Tour like he has in the past. That is evident because of the competitive field now. And lost that air of invincibility, but still got that grit and determination. And I like that in Michael van Gerwen. Still turning out in the Pro Tours, the European Tours. He wants to get back to winning ways, and there's been some good signs of the Premier League. He was in an incredible encounter with Gerwen Price in Belfast the other week, and he just came up against, well, what was an unbelievable display. So there is signs of improvement, but we judge Michael van Gerwen down on those title hauls, on winning titles. And that's, if he doesn't, we'll class it as a failure, and they're the standards he's set.
100. Michael,
he is judged
32.
by different standards than everybody else. He judges himself by those standards.
You saw on the first leg.
14-dart start.
Second leg,
Sees him get the
Keane
first leg on the board
Game
against
on.
this sensationally talented 19-year-old Keane Barry. This is a first opportunity
96.
for Keane Barry to test himself against MVG. A big moment in any young darts player's career.
140.
What Keane Barry can do. He had Johnny Clayton in all sorts of bother at the World Championship. 2-1 he led, and he was up a break as well.
57.
Johnny just played some ridiculous darts, but Keane Barry is maturing as a player, and it's slow progress, but it's progress nevertheless. And
95.
good guy, and was impressed with him yesterday. Actually beat Ron Mullenkamp, although Ron Mullenkamp did give him a helping hand when best in 163. But don't let that do disservice the forms of Keane Barry. A great performance, and he's showing no early signs of nerves here.
Yeah, it's an encouraging start
86.
from the teenager. It just seems like he's got a really good temperament, Keane. In that he doesn't seem overwrought. He doesn't seem like he's demanding all the success right now. He's quite happy to do his apprenticeship, to learn, to get better, to improve.
32.
Yeah, he's not. You see with young players sometimes the petulance.
He's on the second leg. Keane Barry. The leg,
He responded to 14 darts of his own.
$97.
All right, let me ask you another question, Webby.
55.
With what you've seen from Keane Barry, do you think that he could win a senior ranking event this year?
I don't think
60.
he can this year, no. I think there's back ends of events that he can get to, particularly if he has a good run on a European Tour. I still expect him to be at the World Championship, the Players' Championship finals, you know, realistically the European Championship finals. But that again, Dan, would be a sign of progress. I don't think he's ready to win a senior event yet, but you just don't know, do you? You see events open up, and I use the example of Josh Payne. He won those
60.
tournaments with 92 averages running, and Keane Barry's more than capable of doing that. You've just got to play clever, but look, he's a mature player for his age, like I said. I like the way he conducts himself, keeps himself to himself, doesn't swan around thinking he's made it just because he's on the PDC Tour. He knows the hard work's only just starting, and I agree with your analysis, Dan. I think he's going to be patient, he's going to wait for it to happen. Yeah, I like him. I'm looking forward to watching his progress.
58.
Well, I will remind you of that when Keane Barry picks up his first senior ranking title at some point this year.
Well, I'll happily be proved wrong.
95.
And I'll happily forget we had this conversation if it doesn't happen. So I'm glad we've reached an understanding, Mark.
Good balance.
100.
A little bit of pressure on this. MVG loves the
132.
132 checkout, but Keane Barry will fancy that 96 if he gets a go. Oh dear. Doesn't even get a dart at the bullseye. So Keane Barry could do this in 2 darts.
Keane Barry strikes me as someone who hasn't been pacing nervously today
Michael,
about this game.
40.
He strikes someone who's excited and looking forward to having a crack. Tested himself.
He's on the third
He says he's a
leg.
work in progress, and how he plays against Michael van Gerwen and help engage it.
Game on.
I have to say, he's missed a trick there. 19 darts, Michael Van Gerwen on his throw.
They're the really frustrating ones, aren't they? We've talked about those sort of finishes, sort of 91 plus, where you might get 2 darts at a double, you might not get a dart at a double. And if you see that as an opportunity to break and you don't even get a chance, you walk away and part of you is thinking, I wish I was back on 200, because I'm even more frustrated that I had the chance and didn't take it.
Yeah, you kind of put that in the bracket as well. You know, when you ping a 180, it was relevant. You start the next one with 41. But yeah, I know what you mean, Dan.
It doesn't make any difference. Obviously, he didn't win the leg, he didn't lose the leg, but it's almost like a psychological blow.
100.
And in a relatively short format, a game of few opportunities. How important will that leg have been for Keane Barry? We don't know yet.
And it's against MVG. Look, I know we talked about that aura of invincibility. It has gone, but this is still the first time he's ever taken on MVG. And he'll be thinking, I've got to take every chance that comes my way. He is still one of the greatest players on planet Earth.
Got to say, what about that camera angle of the 180 from Keane Barry there? See how his darts stacked down all in a line, the perfect 180. He could have stacked another 3 on top.
Here you require 24.
How about the double 12?
He's got a full
rating for a 13 darts. Not bad. Keane Barry is winning legs in 13 and 14 darts.
Doesn't hang around, does he? You might say.
100.
Keen to get on with it. Okay.
60.
Oh, yeah.
My City mates would appreciate that.
100.
Keane Barry, though, he's impressive. I'm not surprised what we're seeing here. Relaxed character.
Well, that's look. Keane Barry at this point, 4 legs into it with MVG. He is giving him a test. He is holding his own against the 3-time world champion. And the longer that goes on, Keane Barry is incredible. Keane Barry can lose this game. If he gives Michael Van Gerwen a game, he can walk away going, you know what? I'm progressing nicely.
93.
Nothing but a win does for Michael Van Gerwen in this circumstance.
And that's what we say, Michael's judged by a different standard, doesn't he? And we still judge Michael on winning tournaments. But that's the standards he set, isn't it? He was unbelievable. Like I said, there's 32 titles. Never won title here, though. So it'd be a nice box to tick for him.
84. Here you require 112.
Leg 3, isn't it, Dan? If you don't... He's going to get one here, double 16. He's a big shot. And his other half looks on. Keane Barry fires the first break in this match. Leads Michael Van Gerwen by 3 legs to 2. Can't finish. And
game on.
He doesn't give a lot away. He's shown a little bit of emotion there, but he's a very business-like player, isn't he, Keane Barry?
96.
Really is. And you were saying earlier, it doesn't look like a guy who's been pacing back and forth, anxious about the prospect of testing himself against MVG. It just looks like somebody who's happy to go and give it a go. And this whole performance, as quick as he is, and he is a very quick player, Keane Barry, he's really controlled. We've not seen him flying around the board and missing big numbers. We've not seen him have these loose darts. He sometimes misses by 2 or 3 segments away occasionally.
Again, though, Michael Van Gerwen responds, but back comes Keane Barry. This is incredible, and just to highlight how well Keane's playing. Michael Van Gerwen is averaging 101, Keane Barry average now 102.
65. Keane, you require 127.
He's not flustered at all, Keane Barry.
17 segment. Bullseye.
102. I think
So
160.
Gerwen, it's a shot this will be. Tops. That's why he holds 32 of these Euro Tour titles. And Keane Barry, just when he started to flex his muscles, we thought he was going to open up a 2-leg gap.
7 flag, Michael Van Gerwen.
It's an incredible tie, both averaging 102, 3 legs apiece. We've seen a 112 from Keane Barry, we've seen a 160 from Michael Van Gerwen. Carry on, lads.
Magnificent from Mighty Mike, but he has been forced to produce that by the teenager Keane Barry.
60.
And that reaction from MVG, Just shows you he is feeling the pressure. Keane Barry is really posing him some problems.
Waiting the winner, incidentally, Danny Noppert. Congratulations to Danny back on the tour after the
55
birth of his first child. Dispatched of Mervyn King relatively easy this afternoon.
And I might be wrong, but is the last time he played MVG
60.
when he beat him at the World Grand Prix and they had a few words?
Got a bit feisty, didn't it?
They might have played since, but I don't recall them doing so.
Danny Noppert,
96.
Semi-finalist, lost to Johnny Clayton.
You will see the Ferret tonight. Incredible lineup. Saturday
100.
night, the Euro Tour. You're always guaranteed to see big names. But it could be the night where Peter Wright confirms that he will be the new world #1.
60. Michael, you're 110.
Michael van Gerwen looking to go back into the lead. Single 18, double 16. Beautiful
He's on
stuff.
the seventh line.
Mighty Mike with a
Michael van
15 darter.
They've let Keane to throw first.
Incredible for Michael
Game
van
on.
Gerwen. And you felt last year he was playing with a lot of pressure, and he may have wilted
93.
at times last year when he went 3-2 down, but if you dissect the way Michael van Gerwen's actually playing, he's playing well.
60.
I repeat myself, he just unfortunately gets judged on winning titles. When he doesn't win a title, doesn't win the event, it's class of failure, but some of the Premier League stuff's been good. Decent stuff on the Pro
140.
Tour. I mean, he lost out to Damon Heta, and we witnessed that one, Dan. It was just incredible from Heta.
Well, that's it. He's not the dominant force he was.
96.
And unfortunately for MVG, there are now more players than ever who are capable of chucking world-class stuff and stopping him.
92.
And one of them is this 19-year-old lad in front of him, who continues. I mean, his average for the weekend so far is 97, Keane Barry. He's hitting 56% of his doubles across the 2 games he's played. This is very, very impressive.
121.
On top of that bottom treble 20, isn't he? And it's a chance to level us up at 4 apiece.
136.
Just a couple of darts at doubles. The
55.
finishing stats are pretty good from both. 4 out of 5, Michael van Gerwen. 3 out of 5, Keane. Make that 3 from 6.
He's on the 8th lane. Keane Barry. I'm playing Michael
Keane
to
Barry
throw
levels
first.
up, but at a best of 3 now. Barry will have to find another breaker throw, though.
177. $100.
Michael van Gerwen
96.
on the receiving end of 9 darter in Belfast. He had a couple of goals himself. I think he went 6 in twice on that night, extraordinary night in Belfast.
84.
There we see that kind of wild dart from Keane Barry, dragging it low. It's close to the bullseye than the treble 20. He does get
81.
those every now and again. I don't think the dart is set correctly in his hand. But remember, Rob Cross used to get those a lot in his first year or 2 on the PDC circuit. Didn't stop him becoming world champion.
147.
Oh, he was incredible that year. And a lot of players do that. The dart, you just...
Oh, top sang about. Very nearly a 147, but he will come back with more darts.
Yeah, you do as players sometimes, just in the rhythm of a match, just get rid of a dart when it's not set right. Nathan Aspinall's one of the best, actually, just re-grip him when needed.
137.
Keane Barry will
Michael
learn as he
20.
goes along, but...
Oh, where's it go? It's got to be top right, hasn't it? Why is it moving further over to the left?
And he's thinking he can get him down the side of him. That's a great
He's
dart.
on the 9th lane.
Well, he went to where you said, Dan,
Ten
but you thought he'd go
Keane to
walk the other
throw
way. But
first.
it's
Game on.
5-4, Michael van Gerwen. It's a good dart, that is. Keane Barry waiting on 80. Incredible game.
96.
Them legs, 119 darter, the rest 15 or less. Some standard from both.
Yeah, and the key
58.
moment in this game, that 12 darter from MVG, leg 6. Keane Barry had already missed the bull for a 127 shot that would have put him 4-2 up. And MVG produces the 160 checkout. A moment of magic that may be the crucial one in turning the game in his favour.
Maximum number 2 for Michael van Gerwen. Keane Barry, you'd still make him just favourite for the leg. Well, this, well, more so now. Good recovery, but
123.
Barry will be thinking
170.
Well, I suppose we won't be sitting too confident that Michael won't take the 140. He took a 160 already, and it's a similar shot.
Michael, you require 140.
For the match.
Another moment of magic. Oh, not quite.
100. Keane, you require
Fancied it though, didn't he? You
76.
can tell by his reaction. Keane Barry to stay alive. Deserves the side and leg, to be fair to him. Double 8, double 4 to keep this match alive.
68.
It's just the wrong side
Michael,
of the
you
line.
require
That could be
40.
curtains.
Double 10. Double 5.
Okay,
And there it is, Michael van Gerwen completes the victory. Keane Barry posed him all sorts of problems. And a sigh of relief.
A great performance, but Keane really made you work hard there.
Yeah, but I think Keane is a really good player, especially when he puts you under great pressure. You have to perform well, and you have to do the right things at the right moment. Of course, I was under pressure. The 160 was really needed, and I was glad I was able to hit that. I felt comfortable. In some throws, I was like too many 60s, things like that, but I always keep fighting. I never give up, and to be fair, to be back in front of so many fans is great.
I mean, over the years, you dominated the European tour like no one else. A big part of that takes place in Germany, and we've been without fans or with very small crowds in Germany for so long. And to see 2,000 people in this packed arena tonight must mean a lot to you as well.
Yeah, of course, it's been so long, and for us dart players, for the people all in the venue, they've been sitting at home. They want to go to the darts, they want to enjoy themselves, and this is what we all want, and that's really important. I hope we can make it a big show. At least I'm through to the next round, and I'm already looking forward to tomorrow, and I hope to see you all tomorrow again. It's a pleasure.
And tomorrow, Denny Noppert in round 3. You obviously know each other very well. You've represented the Netherlands together at the World Cup, so tough nut to crack, Denny.
Of course, to play against Denny's a really good player. He's very calm. He doesn't show any emotion. So you have to make the game yourself. And the thing for me is I need to make sure I have a good night's sleep. I get confident. I get my own game going. And then I can rock this venue tomorrow again.
We're looking forward to that. Ladies and gentlemen, in that
Thank you, sir.
mighty Michael van Gerwen.